Here's a fun little stat. If e-commerce were a country, it would be the third largest in the world on based on GDP. So Amazon could be its own country for sure. What happened when everybody stayed at home during COVID? E-commerce accelerated. They say it jumped e-commerce saturation ahead by about 10 years of what kind of the projected growth curve was. Pretty wild. If you're curious exactly how much of a behemoth Amazon is, this is last year's total e-commerce kind of market share. So, I mean, Walmart is huge. Obviously, it's one of the biggest. I think it's the biggest employer in America, but it's still dwarfed compared to Amazon. And one of the things that's worth pausing and saying right now is a lot of what we talk about when we're talking about building an e-commerce program is hosting that e-commerce on your own domain. The moment that you have to be pushing product onto Amazon, using Amazon fulfillment and playing that game, that's a different set of strategies, but certainly one we can kind of allude to today as well.
You want to park here on this slide for a second. One of the things I kind of tell tongue-in-cheek to clients is Amazon's e-commerce experience is great at satisfying demand, but not too great at building demand. And here we're seeing just like, the immense result of that. Here's where a lot of e-commerce demand actually gets satisfied, but it's actually grown other places. So just a fun way to look at it.
That's good. So we get asked this a lot, what platforms we build on. So if you are going to be hosting your own store on your own domain, Shopify is the leader still by quite a strong margin. WooCommerce is right behind it. We also use BigCommerce at Magneti for some of our clients. And then Salesforce, I mean, kudos to them. Salesforce has gone from, this enterprise CRM kind of, they're almost like a legacy software business at this point in most people's minds, yet they've pivoted into the cloud really well with Commerce Cloud. Probably no surprises to most people, just share of mobile versus desktop on e-commerce traffic. This can also just be a user experience issue, right? Like buying certain products just requires a little bit more visual real estate. And so it's hard to do on a phone. That's really common. Certain things, of course, we're used to buying on Amazon on our phones, but it's just hard for some product configurations to be able to see and edit that in a mobile environment.